I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 197 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And guys, you know the drill by now. Please head over to our Instagram page, which is SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, which is SZN Pod. We're available on all good platforms, streaming-wise, so just hit that URL on both those pages, and that will take you directly to where we situated that streaming-wise. So, yeah, give us a follow, review, connect with us, all that good stuff, guys. We enjoyed the engagement. Flowz, how you been? If you had a nice, relaxing bank holiday weekend?
Yeah, I want to say relaxing, but we're here.
As relaxing as you can be, yeah? Yeah, same. Wouldn't say relaxing, but we're here, regardless. Cool, Flowz. One topic a few topics on the agenda. The main one, obviously, the fight for the week that just went on Saturday evening, prime time. We was treated to, finally, Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor, the rematch. Would it be repeat or revenge? We know who we was rooting for, Flowz. I think it's safe to say, Flowz, that for everyone, I guess, justice has been served. You know me, Flowz, I was super worried that due to the nature of this fight and how emotional Catterall's become and how long it's taken to get this fight over the line, we could see a repeat situation. Not so much in terms of the bad scorecards, but just in terms of, Taylor might win. But I'm very, very happy, Flowz, that Catterall pulled it out the bag. And Flowz, for me, Flowz, if I'm talking about myself, that for me was a highly enjoyable fight. I don't know how you find it. We haven't discussed it prior, Flowz. Yeah, but I really enjoyed that fight. How did you find it?
Yeah, I thought it was a great fight, man. Heating up nice and early. It didn't take too long to get cooking. Mm-hmm. And yeah, ebbed and flowed. Both of the
style clash. Yes.
Blended. They blended well. They made it blend. There were different styles, but it blended. It wasn't boring. It wasn't ugly in a sense where there was a few headbutts, but
yes,
luckily we didn't have any cuts or we didn't have to worry about that. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Flowz, there seems to be a bit of a consensus, right, that this fight was a fight of two halves. Do you agree with that statement there?
Yeah, and I kind of felt it was going to be in the sense that we know Josh Taylor's a dog. And I guess based on the last fight, we saw Catterall kind of fade towards the end. It's almost he didn't keep up the same dominance that he had earlier on throughout the fight. And I guess that kind of crept in this fight. We kind of saw a similar narrative in the sense that Catterall kind of faded slightly, or the output faded, and Josh Taylor just keeps coming there. So he just wears you down and keeps coming. So I agree with that assessment to a degree, yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, let's talk our way through it first, because as you good that you picked up on, because I was saying, I wanted to say this was a brilliant clash of styles. Catterall, who is seen as the slick sort of counter puncher, very cute with his defense, the shoulder roll he employs very, very well, very, very quick lightning reflexes, very quick to throw his hands. Whereas Josh, we know, is a very, very aggressive, come forward fighter. But Flowz, Catterall he started this fight, bro. He was throwing them hands, boy. Catterall was throwing them hands. As in, he had been itching. Flowz, you can tell this man has been itching to lay these hands on this guy. Itching. The way he started, Flowz, throwing the combinations, piecing them up, lightning fast combinations, start with the jab brilliantly. Yeah, Flowz. I said, wow, Catterall actually wants to get him out of there. Legit. He's throwing mean intentions from the off. And I'm just like, I love this. This is great work, but just take it easy. Don't go too far. Don't blow your load. Pause. You know what I mean, Flowz?
Yeah.
But it was great to watch. From watching it from home, Flowz, seeing Catterall start like that is great, because I don't want to say the first fight. To me, this was it was better than the first fight. Definitely clips the first fight. It was more enjoyable to watch than the first fight. I don't think the first fight was a stinker, but it wasn't the most exciting. I think purely because you're seeing one guy completely outbox the other guy. It's not very competitive in that sense, ish. So it's like, But yeah, Catterall started like a train, Flowz, and he's really looking to force the issue and time Josh when he comes in and really throw over his hands. And that was great to see, Flowz, because that got us all excited from the off. And it's almost as if Catterall had to, those first early round Flowz, he just had to get out of his system. All the Flowz, I could tell all the frustrations he was letting out on, bro. He was. So yeah, I really enjoyed seeing him do that in the first, early rounds, early exchanges.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, Josh, you better wake up. You're in for a fight, boy, my guy. You're in for a fight.
Man, it's almost obviously I was rooting for Jack. And look, listeners, don't get me wrong. Josh Taylor's been my boy. He's been my boy for a long time. I like him.
Yeah.
But just the way that the last fight unfolded, I had to pick a side, and that side's Catterall.
Yeah. Thanks.
So when I saw him come out, and I think it was the first jab he threw, one of the very first bounce Taylor's head back, I was like, yes, here we go.
Yeah.
And he looked like he even hurt him a few times in that first round because he was putting hands on him.
Bro. Bro, he was throwing his hands like he had someone to beat. I can't like it.
He was putting hands on him, and I think I saw a little back leg, Josh Taylor's leg swing back at one point.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo. But yeah, I liked what he was doing with the jab, his combination punching, the mixture, the punches he puts together. So it's not just the same punch. It's he was trying different things in there. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go, man. But we know what Taylor's about as well.
Yeah. Josh Taylor is a dog, and he does tend to, second half of the fights, especially Flowz, his engine is really good, and he gets stronger and he gets stronger. Second half of the fight we saw against Regis, that's when he sort of started to take over in the second half of the fight against Regis. He never quits, he never gives up, Flowz. He will always be within the fight, Josh. Like, he'll always have a chance because of just how dogged and determined he is. So I knew that Taylor will come on strong second half of the fight. So, but I'm watching what Catterall's doing, Flowz, and just applauding. Obviously, you know how I rate this guy as a boxer, Flowz. El Gato, he's, you know what I mean? He deserves his nickname. He is like a cat in there, Flowz. He is really, really good. Top quality boxer, Jack Catterall is. And what he was doing, Flowz, the way he was winning the battle over jabs to me was great. And we'll get onto Josh Taylor's performance overall, Flowz, because I do have some questions to ask there. But I really want to credit Jack Catterall and what he was doing out there, Flowz, with the footwork, the counter punching, the jab. There was one round, Flowz, where I think he threw like 6 jabs in a row and it was bobbing his guy's head back. Bro, unanswered, just jab, back. I said, wait, what's going on?
I know that round. It was maybe around the middle rounds, but he was
bro.
He was doubling up, tripling up, quadrupling up on the jab.
Quadrupling up the jab. I've never seen anything like that.
I was
Crazy.
loving it.
Piston-like. So what he was doing with the jabs, Flowz, and then from a defensive standpoint, we've mentioned how good he like, we don't always like boxers doing the Mayweather Philly shell. We think actually a lot of boxers whilst the dice that defense Flowz. But Catterall is actually a good proponent of that style of defense, Flowz. He does it well, the shoulder roll. And he was doing that, he wasn't being an easy target to hit in there. But Josh did have success to the body, which I felt like he should have done more. I feel like he should have gone to the body more, because there were times where Catterall's body was open and he did exploit that a little bit, but I think he could have done it a bit more. But overall, Flowz, I was really enjoying what Catterall was doing, especially in the earlier rounds and the middle rounds as well. Now, second half of the fight, Flowz, Catterall did slow down a little bit. Obviously, he put in a lot of energy. And this is when Josh Taylor tends to get stronger. So he's then started to apply pressure, Flowz, and come forward and apply pressure and do what he does, the tornado stuff that he likes to do. And for me, Flowz, one thing I picked up on in this fight, Flowz, and was crucial to me is I like fighters that when the going gets tough, they respond somehow. Even if they're in the last fumes, last legs or whatever, they still respond. And what I was seeing there, Flowz, when Josh Taylor started to have his success in the latter stages of the fight, Jack Catterall didn't wilt, Flowz. I could see he was tired. I could see the movement had slowed down. But he would still look to answer Josh Taylor in these exchanges and still look to leave with something. That's what separates the good fighters, Flowz, from the great fighters. When even though I'm shattered, even though I haven't got much left, I'm not gonna let you beat me to like, no. I have to answer, I have to respond. Yeah. And that's what Jack was doing really, really well. So even if there were rounds where there were close rounds, I'm just about giving to Josh. I'm like, Catterall was in that round though. That was competitive. He's made that competitive. Yeah. So that's why I liked what he was doing, Flowz.
100%. Even though he said he was taking the rounds off, he looked visibly tired quite early. Maybe it was a strategic thing where he'd take breaks within rounds so he doesn't completely fade. But because he was taking those rounds off or whatever, his output dropped. Josh Taylor was winning the story of those rounds in the sense that he was the one applying pressure coming forward.
Yes.
While he's doing the shoulder roll, which any fighter apart, even Mayweather when he done it, gave me anxiety to the degree. But I trust Mayweather.
Yeah.
And it's fair to say I trust Catterall II with the shoulder roll.
Because he's one of the few Flowz that does it well. Like I allow. Bro, no, all the other guys don't bother.
Yeah. I don't even want any fighter to do it, really. But he was doing it, and it was clean because most of the success Josh was having was to the body.
Yes.
And typically, if you execute a good shoulder roll, that's the only success you're really going to find to the body.
Yeah.
So he was executing it well, and obviously Josh Taylor's come forward, throw punches. But in those exchanges, Jack Catterall had him beat with hand speed. And he'd be able to absorb a few, push him off with his shoulder. He weren't clinching enough, but that's fine. He was controlling distance with his shoulder and rolling and moving out. But when it came to throwing hands, he was having enough success in those rounds that Josh Taylor was doing well in, that it could be. He made it close rounds. He made it competitive rounds, even when he was taking it off, because he was having success in those exchanges. So, like you say, he wasn't giving away rounds, even when he was taking rounds off. He was still having enough success in those rounds.
Absolutely, Flowz. And again, when there's questions being asked of you, Flowz, we like to see how you respond. Even in this, the momentum is maybe more towards Josh Taylor towards the end of the fight. What did Catterall go and do, Flowz, in that 11th round to really, really hit home and say, "This is my time now. This is my fight." He's led Josh Taylor onto a pitch of a left. I think it was a straight left, to be fair. Well, Taylor just walked in on it, and that's buzzed Taylor instantly, Flowz. That's probably the biggest landed shot of the fight. Yeah. The time where Taylor was most visibly hurt. Taylor's legs stiffened instantly, Flowz, and he was basically gone. He actually, maybe it was a vet move from Taylor, but he grabbed onto Catterall in the corner and sort of tangled with him and fell. And that brought him valuable time. Because he looked like he was gone to me, Flowz. He looked like he was gone. And that brought him valuable time to recover and get his legs back. But that shot there, Flowz, was brilliant. And, that kind of was the icing on the cake. I'm just like, had me applauding, like, yeah, Catterall, this is definitely all you. Like, there's no way that we can have a repeat of the scoring, Flowz, of the bad judges. Well, we'll talk about the scoring in a second. Were you still worried, Flowz?
No, I'll tell you what, after that 11th round, because Taylor, part of me was saying, don't get, because he hurt him a few times in the fight, and I was like, don't get greedy.
Yes, yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, look, they've robbed you before, and you dropped him how many times?
Yeah, Flowz, I was saying in my head, go for it.
Yeah, that 11th round,
I was like, go for it, just go for it, because I don't want to be any doubt.
Yeah.
So I was saying he should go for it.
Yeah, that 11th round, I was like, go for it now. Go for it, because Josh Taylor's come back in a fight to a degree. Now it's a bit close. I think after 8, I had it at 4-4.
Right.
So 11th round, some of these rounds are close. I was like, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Like, he's hurt badly. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
But he kind of, after that initial, after they got up again, he kind of didn't fully press him.
Flowz, it's not in his nature.
Yeah, it's not.
With Jack, no offense to him, rate him so highly.
He's not a killer.
Never has been. It's not in his nature to do that.
Yeah, I said that. I was watching. I was like, yeah, he's not a killer. But the reason that now I was thinking, get him out of there, because I thought Josh Taylor's going to come out like a train. That's what I was waiting for. Like, Josh Taylor's going to come out and try to put them paws on you, beat the brakes off you.
Yeah.
But I think he was really hurt from that 11th round. Legit. So I was worried for Catterall. One, for the judges, and two, see how Taylor comes out.
Yeah. Well, Flowz, the fight's over, and I'm confident. I'm saying, Catterall, well done, avenged it. It's not, to me, Flowz, it's not justice, because we've said it before, Catterall should really be an undisputed champion, at least. And the fact that these fights happening, 2 years later, and there's no silverware on the line for him, again, is a piss take. You know, he still hasn't fought for a world title, Flowz. So, well, I mean, again, since that initial fight. So it's not really justice in my eyes, Flowz, but this can at least exercise some demons, right, Flowz? Him winning this. Mentally, he can move on. The scoring gets read out. You're seeing the score. You're hearing the scorecards, Flowz. Unanimous decision, but it's wide. Are you thinking, this could stir up some controversy? Or are you thinking, nah, it's calm?
So obviously the fight ends and both of them had their hands up and just
Catterall's face where
Catterall was vexed that Josh didn't put his hands up. He couldn't believe it.
He said, get the hell up, fuck out of here, man. What are you doing?
Now the scorecards are being read out.
Yeah.
And two of the judges had it 117, what's it?
113, no? Or was it 111? There might be 111.
111 and 117.
Why?
And Josh Taylor knew then.
Yes, that's when he knew he was over. Yeah, that's when he knew he lost.
He knew he lost.
Yeah.
Because he had his hands up, and when he heard that, because I believe he knew it was close. But when he heard that, he knew he lost.
Yeah.
Now, hearing those scorecards, I was like, oh, that's wide. But I was like, they can't rob him. It's definitely not Taylor. I think unanimous, the right man won.
Thanks.
I think one of the scorecards had it closer.
Yeah.
Now, was I mad at the wide scorecard? I'll be real with you, bro. No, not at all.
Flowz, exact same thing, bro.
Not at all.
I heard the scorecards. I said, that's wide. But I don't care as long as they give it to the right man. That's what I said. In my head, I said, I don't care as long as it goes to the right man. And the right man was Jack Catterall. So, it was wide. We can objectively say that it was wide. It was definitely a lot closer than that. But UD to Jack Catterall was the right result. The right man got it. So, to me, I didn't care.
Okay. How did you score it?
I think I gave it 7-5 Catterall.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had it 8-4 Catterall. So I'm not even too mad at the 117, 111 because
fair.
I thought it was harsh on Taylor. There were some close rounds.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been mad if 7-5 Catterall, 8-4 Catterall. Yeah. And if it's if I've got 8-4 Catterall, I can't be mad at 9-3 Catterall. I can't be mad at one round the other way. And 7-5 Catterall, I think it's fair as well.
Yeah, 7-5, 8-4 to me was calm. So
people saying draw, and I was like, you're pushing it a bit.
Hell no, no way.
And I even saw a small number of people saying Taylor won, which is crazy to me. Which is crazy.
I mean, we can talk about the main Taylor winning guys. In Uncle Bob, who had to stop the mic. His outburst was killing me. Yeah, obviously, Bob Aaron snatched the mic, saying, I think mid Catterall interview. I think they were interviewing Eddie, but mid Catterall camp interview. Bob's grabbed the mic. I don't know how he got his TV.
No, I think they gave it to him. I think
he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer regardless, so he can do what he wants. Snatch the mic. Those scorecards are an absolute disgrace. Says absolute disgrace. So wide. He thought Taylor won the fight, and because of this, he will never, ever, ever bring an American fighter. I said, but Taylor's Scottish, first of all. But he said, we'll never, ever bring an American fighter over here to fight with the British Boxing Board of Control because of their corruption, basically. I'm just like, Uncle Bob, all due respect to you, shut up, man. Shut up, man. Go back in your corner, man. What the hell, man?
Look,
but yeah.
Shout out to Bob Aaron because he's 92 years of age.
And he's still heavily invested.
I don't know how you can be bothered at 92 years of age, flying from the US to Leeds to sit down and watch Catterall, Taylor. There's a picture of him falling asleep ringside. So I don't even know why
I saw that picture. Uncle Bob, man. Yeah, man.
Tyre, you were promoting with Ali and them, man.
Ali! I always say to people say, how old? I said, bro, let me put it into perspective. This guy promoted Muhammad Ali. That's how old this guy is.
92. Like, look, Bob Aaron does this all the time. He said Tyson beat Usyk.
Yep.
He's complained about the Vegas
Yep.
boxing.
Get the head out of Vegas. Yeah.
Says get that. So look, he's just doing what he does. He's gonna back his fighter and say it's a robbery. For me, not robbery, and for me, I was very annoyed by the outrage about the scorecards.
Really, it took away from Catterall's moment, and just obviously we saw what happened last time. You know, so
there was no need for the outrage. Absolutely no need for the outrage. The right man won. Everyone agrees the right man won.
Yeah.
Why you make it? There was people saying, "Oh, two wrongs don't make a right." It's not wrong.
It's not wrong because
it's the right result. It's not wrong. Last time, the right man lost. The wrong man won.
The wrong man lost. Yeah.
The wrong man won last time, and this time,
the right man
won. So
that's what matters. Whether it's SD, whether it's MD, however you chop and dice it, as long as Catterall wins, which is what he deserved, not the W. End it. Last time that wasn't the case. Last time he should have won, and they gave it to Taylor. That's what the issue is. So it doesn't matter about that. Forget all that. Let's be happy for Catterall. Flowz. Obviously, we saw Taylor. Taylor kills me because he always feels like he wins. He said, he felt he said he just about nicked it. Cool. He's entitled to think what he wants to think. He wants to run it back for obviously it's 1-1. He wants to run it back for the trilogy. If you ask me, Flowz, my opinion, you didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you my opinion regardless. I don't think that Catterall needs to run it back. I think what I want now for Catterall is that's this chapter closed for now. He needs to go and challenge for a world title now. He's in position to do so. I think he's ranked very favorably in all the major governing bodies. I need Catterall to get that title shot. And let's say he does have that title shot and he wins. Then I'll be for the idea of them having that trilogy, that rubber match, where this time it's Taylor challenging Jack for the title. If Taylor wants to stick around at 140. He might win. Well, we'll discuss Taylor. We'll move on to Taylor because I do have some things to say. I can't lie, Flowz. But I don't care about a rematch at the moment. I need Catterall to move on and go challenge for world titles. And if he can win a title, then maybe they can entertain the prospect of having a third match with Josh Taylor. And this time, the shoe's on the other foot, and Catterall's a champion, and Taylor's a challenger. I'm okay with that. But move on now. Move on. This is that chapter closed.
I'm okay with it. Actually, why I'm okay with is Catterall moving on. I think he's beaten him twice now, convincingly, and as our friend, our guest Hayden likes to say, I think a guy like Jack Catterall just has Taylor's number. I think he beats him 9 times out of 10 from what I've seen, and I think Taylor's on the decline. I think he.
So literally going to ask you this. This is why, because I look Flowz. I can only go for what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go as far as say he's finished. I know personally people have said to me they think Josh Taylor's finished. I'm not gonna go as far as say finished. But am I seeing a decline in his ability, Flowz? 100%.
Yeah, it's clear.
What was Josh's one of my favorite things I loved about him when coming up and whatnot? This guy's jab was elite. Flowz, the jab has gone to pieces. He barely fights with a jab anymore.
Yeah, he's barely through.
He rushed. He started to throw it in little portions in the fight, but it was too little, too late. But now he tends to just rush forward, Flowz. He's always been a fighter that comes forward and whilst throwing punches.
It's off the jab, though, usually.
But now it's off the jab. Now, to me, Flowz, it's reckless abandonment, where he's just coming forward. You don't really see much head movement, Flowz. He's getting hit way too easily now. The defense is completely gone. There's not much head movement. He's a stationary target, Flowz. His head is always on center line. He's never moving his head off the center line to make it at least harder for him to get hit. It's almost as if Flowz, he's completely got rid of the basics just to be mega aggressive. Ruthless aggression. But there's a ruthlessness to it. You know what I mean, Flowz? That's what I'm seeing, Flowz.
It was certainly better than the last fight. It was his overall game was certainly better than the last fight in the sense that he had success when he was using the jab. Yeah. His defense was okay, but the problem was Elgato was doubling up and tripling up on the jab.
I wasn't a fan of the defense. I'll be so real. I thought this guy's way too easy to hit now.
He was getting pieced up, but a lot of the shots he was catching a lot of them. But when Elgato's throwing several shots around the guard and through the middle, he was always there in front of Catterall to be hit.
Always on centre line, Flowz. No fainting, no body. Like,
he was just relying on the guard. He was just relying on these guys.
High guard, and that's it. And walking forward. That's not good enough, man. That's not, as in, from what I've seen from you in the past, Flowz, that's a regression. Sorry to say.
Yeah. So look, that's why I believe there's, in terms of Catterall, I don't think he should, if he gets about, I don't think he should give Josh Taylor a chance, because Josh Taylor ain't on it. It's the truth. Okay, you've lost now 200 spin.
Yep.
You've delayed his career several times because he gave you, he took step aside money.
Step aside money. Yep.
He stepped aside initially. He was robbed, not by you, let's say. He was robbed by the board. Yep. Rematch, postponed. You went a different route after pulling out of the rematch. You went a different route. Then delayed again. And now you finally fought. So who are you going to beat to earn a title shot now? And why should he give you one if he wins the title? So if they don't have a rematch immediately, Josh Taylor, you're done for. And
it's just money now, really. They'll probably do it for money. If money's good, they can do it. You know how money talks.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's always talked about moving up and making 140. He's been killing him, apparently. He didn't look too terrible. To
be fair, I don't think he looked bad on the scales. I think he looked pretty healthy.
Yeah, he didn't look bad, and we didn't see signs of him fading as such. We didn't see him get proper chinny. He didn't get drops. So maybe he still can make the weight. But if that's the reason for his performances, then move up, bro. If that's the reason. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what next for Josh Taylor, really and truly. Because damn, can he even compete?
I mean, the Teofimo loss was bad. Teofimo kind of schooled him. Catterall deservedly beat him. UD. You look at the other champions in that weight class, Flowz. What, Matthias, Devin the Dream,
Cruz. Pitbull Cruz, I'm sure he can handle.
He beats Pitbull Cruz regardless. Easily. That's calm. That's calm. I have no doubts about him beating Pitbull Cruz. I'm sorry. If he loses to Pitbull Cruz, yes, he should retire. But yeah, he has to get another big name under his belt. I mean, for him to maybe to get back in position. Maybe rematch it with Regis, maybe.
Regis?
Yeah, I was going to rematch it with Regis, maybe.
Get him on out the way.
You know we've got questions about Regis too, so maybe he should rematch Regis, maybe.
News of the times?
What we say, we bring it back here, Flowz. News of the times matches.
No, that's hard.
Or move up. Yeah, move up, Flowz, or fight like a Regis or something to try and get your name back up again, which he needs to rebuild. But I am seeing a regression for what I can see, Flowz. And it's a shame, because I feel like his peak wasn't that far away, long away. I mean, I don't think his peak was that far away ago. You know what I mean, Flowz?
Man of the division.
Bro, he undisputed. That wasn't that long ago, Flowz, to me.
It wasn't.
So it's a short peak, Flowz. It's a shame. And it's when we started singing his praises, Flowz, where the decline had happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's still that old Josh Taylor still in there, Flowz. Maybe not. And that's no shame. But he has, like I said, to be fair, Flowz, when a fighter then starts getting super injury prone, that's usually a sign of maybe the body's breaking down. Because he has had a few injuries since he became undisputed, Flowz. The Catterall fight was postponed how many times? Was it 3 times because of injury? So yeah. It's not a good sign, Flowz. It's not a good sign. So he got him and his camp, Flowz, have got some questions to answer. They got some hard questions to answer.
He changed his corner for this one.
He did.
He did. Was it for the last fight?
No, it was the last fight. So he's with was it McAnally? Is it McAnally? I can't remember his name. Was it Gallagher? Joe Gallagher? No, I can't remember his name. But anyways, it's the same corner as last fight, Flowz, but that's a changing corner from back in the day, basically.
Yeah. It's funny because since we started this podcast, we used to talk about how Josh Taylor's underrated. He doesn't have the same support. Why don't people? Yeah. And as soon as he started getting that notoriety,
that's when he started going down. His peak. It's almost jinxed him.
Yeah. Since people are asking me about Josh Taylor and all this, I'll be like, yeah, but now you're awake. I'll say now you're awake.
Flowz, did we jinx Josh Taylor?
Peak.
Sorry, Josh. Sorry.
Jack Catterall had his number, man.
Anyways, happy for El Gato Flowz. How do you think he shapes up against the champions? Obviously, we got him beating Pitbull Cruz. That's a given.
Yeah.
But against obviously, that's what Hearn was saying. He said he could potentially face the winner of Subriel Matias and Liam Parro. Obviously, them both being Matchroom. That makes it easy. Or Devin Haney's going to fight against Sandor Martin. Again, that'll be an easy fight to make. Great fight, by the way. Shout out to Sandor. He deserves another shot. Tricky fight for Haney. But yeah, he could. So yeah, do you have a preference in terms of which rate he goes, and how do you think he shapes up against these guys, the other champions?
I think it's tough. I focused Tiafimo is tough. A focused Haney's tough. To outbox these guys. I think come forward fighters suit him a bit more. Maybe. Yes. Isak Cruz should be a comfy victory. I say comfy, but let's give Pitbull Cruz some credit. I don't want to
for beating Rolly Romero.
Let's give him some credit that he can hit hard. Come forward, he's aggressive. He's no bum. I'll give him that. And Matias, he hits hard as well. I think
he cracks.
I think I'd like to see him against the Cruz. I don't. Tony Belly was saying avoid Matias. I don't think he should avoid Matias.
No,
I think
that's one I want.
Should face him. I think he could.
I want him, Flowz, to fight the winner of Parro Matias.
Yeah,
that's who I want. I think from a stylistic perspective as well. That let's assume Matias wins. Matias is an aggressive, come forward pressure fighter. That cut will suit stylistically. That would suit Catterall's game. I think so. Yeah. Me, I want the Matias fight.
I think I'd like to see about one more, you know.
You don't think he's ready yet? Quite ready.
Because remember, he came back from injury. He had how many warm-up fights? One warm-up fight, then this fight.
Yeah.
And then I'd like to see him beat Regis.
I was going to say, I knew you could say Regis. I'd like
to see him against the Regis. And then go for a champion. So Regis has options as well to get back in the mix.
Test. That's the test for you. For both of them, really. For both of them to
Yeah, and then he's ready to take on. But he could go for like Cruz is there. Matias there.
I personally want him to go for a title next if he can. Flowz. I don't think he needs specifically one more. His career's already been delayed heavily already, Flowz.
Yeah.
So for me, if the winner of Parro Cruz can be made, Parro Matias can be made, make that instantly. If they can do that, that's my preference for him. He's fortunate, like I said, in that he can go in a direction. He's high up in all the rankings, I think. So it's just what makes sense and what's easy to make. And definitely the Matias or the Haney probably be easiest to make. But the Matias to me, Flowz, is to me sounding like the one to make, if you ask me. I definitely don't think Super Matias should be avoided. Run up the chimney, man. Go for the smoke. Run up the chimney. Go for it, man. So that's
up the trolley.
Up the trolley. Shout out to Jack Catterall, man. Justice has sort of been served. But yeah, no, I was happy for him, man. He deserved that. He really did deserve it. And yeah, his reaction to Josh Tate putting his hand up was so funny, man. so funny. Flowz. Let's move on to next week, Flowz. It was meant to be one of the most promising cards. It still is an amazing card.
Wait. 2 seconds.
Yeah, go 2 seconds. Go off.
Just wanted to say shout out to Chevron Clark for winning the British title.
Yes.
Obviously, there's been a lot of drama about that.
Chev's heavy in the mix, boy.
Yeah.
It's a
problem.
He is, bro. He's strong. He's a serious problem. Vidal, Isaac. Yeah, Chev is there too. We can't. In fact, we got to mention all three now, Flowz. We can't mention Vidal and Isaac and not mention Chev. He's here.
Yeah.
He's here for real. He's real there. Yeah, man.
Sure.
I know you want to see Vidal fight all these man.
Yeah, well, all these man to mix up. Absolutely.
Who do you think the biggest problem is? Do you think Chev is the biggest problem?
Yeah, out of the upper comers, yeah, definitely Chev. I think he's the one to avoid, man. Yeah, he's the most dangerous to these guys, I think.
Yeah.
I think Vidal could beat him, but Chev could beat Vidal. I think we need to see who's gonna rise to the top, essentially.
Yeah.
I think Isaac is wise to avoid both of them, man. I'll be so real.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to that mix-up flows between those three. We could have a good triangle there with those guys for sure. Yeah, shout to Chef Clark, man. But yeah, Flows, as I was saying, it was supposed to be the week of Beterbiev Bivol. As you know, Flows, that's the fight that I've been waiting for a long time. Obviously, we've already reported it on the pod, Flows, that unfortunately Beterbiev has had an injury, so that fight is now going to be pushed back to later on in the year. And a step-in replacement has come in, a guy called Malik Zinad, undefeated Libyan fighter, 22 fights, 60 wins by KO. His resume isn't anything to write home about, so I'm not going to focus on that. Bivol should comfortably beat this guy, I assume, and then we can get our fight later on. Bivol, yeah, he won't even dare trying to lose that fight. No way. In fact, sorry to say, but the corruption will kick in if he's getting kicked in. They'll somehow make Bivol win that fight. I'm sorry, because, anyways,
he won't
let's
need
forget
it.
that. Yeah, he won't need it. You know, we trust Bivol Flows. We trust him wholeheartedly. But the undercard of this, which is kind of framed as a separate card almost, was that Matchroom Queensberry fantasy fight Flows 5v5, and yeah, so it's still going to be an amazing card because we have this 5v5 Flows. So let's go through the Matchroom. Let's go through the fights Flows, and let's get our predictions out there. Who thinks going to win? Flows, I'm going to say this. I think if I'm going for it, Flows, I think it might be 3-2 Queensberry, you know, Flows. That's my prediction. 3-2 to Queensberry. I didn't think I'd say it.
Because I'll be thinking 3-2 Matchroom. So
yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's good. Let's see.
But I might change my mind as we're talking. Let's go through the.
All right, cool. So first up, Flows, we have Nick Ball, Raymond Ford. This is for Ray Ford's WBA featherweight title. Ray Ford's currently undefeated, Flows. Nick Ball, we saw out in Riyadh recently, he against Ray Vargas, and we all believe, I think, Flows, I think it was general consensus, Nick Ball got robbed there. He should have won that fight. He should be champion this should be for unification.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they gave it to Vargas. Horrible decision, in my opinion. And now Nick Ball has officially got a loss in his record. We said this before. What, as in the?
They gave
it split draw. Yes. Sorry, yeah. It was a loss, a split draw. Thanks. We said all these fights are 50-50. That 50-50 is damn near Flows.
Yeah.
Very hard fight to call for me for this. I think Nick Ball's going to do it.
Yeah, I think this is where we diverge.
I know this is where we diverge because I know you're going for Ford. I already knew this. I didn't even need to ask you. I know you're going for Ford.
But I'm worried. I am worried.
The reason why Ford is obviously the slicker American boxer, cool.
Yeah.
And you know me, I like my skills. Ford was in an incredible fight against, is it Colomot or I can't remember. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he was big.
He was, yeah, it was
Ottebek.
That's the one.
Ottebek, yeah.
He was down on 2 of the judges' scorecards in the 12th round. There's 7 seconds to go, and he's somehow managed to stop this guy with 7 seconds left, and he was down. He would have lost that fight. Ottebek gave Ford problems initially because Ottebek was a come forward sort of pressure kind of guy in that fight. And I look at the stylistic matchups Flows. Ford is a good slick boxer himself. But I just feel like pressure could get to him. Pressure fighters on your chest, aggressive fighters could get to him.
Overhands coming in.
Overhands constantly coming, Flows. He didn't like it. This is Nick Ball's bread and butter. He's a monster in there, Flows. Tight, hard worker on your chest. Probably the most annoying type of guy to fight, Flows. 5'2", squat, tidy, but strong, Flows. Stop him. And he's confident on Flows. I think the pressure he's going to bring to Ray Ford could be severe, Flows. And I know Ford is good enough to navigate that, Flows. But whether he's able to do it for 12 rounds without breaking, Flows, Ottebek almost broke him. That's why, Flows, I've just got that inkling that Nick Ball He got unlucky last time. This time, he's going to make sure he does the job.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pulling for Nick Ball. But
Yeah.
again, this is a 50-50 flow. This can go either way. Because Ford is a better boxer. And he could outbox him for the 12 rounds.
You see, I worry that Ford might not even try and box him. I thought he's going to try and be there on the inside. He's going to be there on the inside of him.
Boy.
And he's probably looking to stop him rather than that boxing for 12 rounds. And look, that could work. He's good enough. That could work. But is it the style I'd advise? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know. I just think Ford will do it. I think he's going to be in the fire for 12 rounds. But at the same time, I don't know if Nick Ball... I believe Ford can make adjustments that Nick Ball's coming one way. He's coming one way.
One way, bro. One way.
One way. And that way is a tough way to come.
Wrecking ball.
Yeah, but I'm hoping Ford can navigate and make the adjustments he needs to. Oh, I say hoping. I don't have a horse in the race. I just believe he will.
Okay, So it's 50-50. So look, either way, I think it's super close. And there were days when I was pulling, I think Ford's going to do it. Other days I was like, I don't know, Ball. I'm going my gut here, Flo. This is pure gut instinct, and I just think, I'm going to go Ball. You go Ford. That's nice. It's good that we have some diverge. We don't diverge often, Flows, as we know. So it's good that we have a disagreement here. Cool. Next up, Hamza Shiraz, Amma Williams, Flows. Again, 50-50. However, again, I find myself in the Queensberry camp on this one, Flows.
Yeah.
I'm going Hamza Shiraz. I know this is hard for you. I know this is very hard for you to call.
This is the hardest one for me to call.
This is the one we actually called for. Remember we said we thought this should make this one? Yeah.
This is the hardest one for me to call. Because I believe Hamza Shiraz can and should win in my eyes. I think I fancy him to win, but also I thought Amma could upset the apple cup.
Do you rate Amma?
Yeah, I do. I reckon he could upset the apple, but I've been impressed with Hamza Shiraz, and he's not one I'm questioning his ability. I don't question his ability. I don't question him too much. I believe he's the real deal. I believe Ammo's the real deal as well, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
But although I can see it, I say upset because I expect Hamza to win. I want Hamza.
It's not an upset to me. It's 50-50. These are all 50-50s.
I keep saying, I see Hamza upsetting. Maybe upsetting my prediction is what I want to say. Upsetting my predictions, but I want to stick to it. I think Hamza will sneak it, man.
I'm purely going again. Like I said, these are all so hard to choose for those in terms of the result. Hamza, I'm looking at the gifts he has physically.
Yeah,
that he's 6'3", I think, one of the tallest in the division, rangy, and as you can see, Flows, he hits hard too. He hits bloody hard. And a good boxer, to be fair, Flows. He's fine. I think he's really growing with each fight, finding his range, knowing how to use his physical gifts. That's why I just have that. I feel like those physical advantages, he's learned how to use those physical advantages as ahead of his opponents. And that's why I think, Flows, I'm pulling for him on this one. That's why I think he will take it. But again, it's so hard to call. But yeah, I'm in the Queensberry camp. I find myself in the Queensberry camp again with that one, Flows.
Okay.
Crazy, but yeah. Next, Flows, we have Woody Hutchinson, Craig Richards. And to be honest, Flows, this is probably the one that this one I didn't think too hard about, Flows, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I say Spider, easy for me. Well, I mean, it won't be easy. Again, it's not easy. Sorry.
Yeah. But easy choice.
This is 50-50.
Yeah.
It's still a hard fight. But I'm rocking with one man Spider on this one, Flows. I think Spider has been at levels what Woody Hutchinson hasn't been at. He's fought Bivol. He's fought a JB. Hutchins hasn't. Simple as. And we gave Spider props in those fights against JB and Bivol. He gave an amazing account of himself, Flows. He did well. in both of those fights. The levels of where he's been at compared to where Hutchinson's been at. Sorry, Hutchinson. That's why it was an easy choice for me to go Craig on this one. I think Craig takes it. Experience, he's been at better levels. And overall, I think he's a better boxer. Maybe I'll probably say, possibly. So yeah, for me, Flowz, this was an easy Matchroom dub. I have Craig Spider-Richards winning that one.
Yeah, I agree. I think Spider beats Willie. Pause. Willie's a good fighter, but so is Craig.
Yeah,
I think like I say, hello, like
underrated.
Said,
We've always said Craig Richards is very underrated in this country.
I think Craig's lost to better fighters, or been in there with better fighters, like you say. So I back Spider in this one. Yeah, I didn't deliberate too much on this one. Willie can win, but I expect Spider to come away with it.
As we say, folks, all 50-50s. All these fights can go either way. It's great matchups on paper. Cool. We're in agreement there. So far, only disagreement is the Nick Ball, Ray Ford one, which is fair enough. Now we move on to the heavies, Flowz. Triple D, Daniel Dubois. Filip Hrgović. Again, I find myself in the Matchroom camp, Flowz. I think Hrgović is going to beat Daniel Dubois. Hey, Daniel, you entertain me greatly. That Jerome Miller fight, Flowz, I was so gassed for him. So happy for him. But this is another step up, Flowz, from Miller. Hrgović is, bar that blip against Zhang, it's well known that Hrgović is seen as the real deal, one of the most avoided fighters out there, the next one that's going to trouble the guys, Flowz. I do rate Hrgović, Flowz. He's a dangerous fighter. And he has a lot of amateur pedigree, Flowz, as we know. And he's just a good fighter, Flowz. Tall, long reach, got the size, hits hard, good boxing in his own right, Flowz. I think Hrgović is going to take this one. I'm assuming I feel like you're the same as well. I think you're going Hrgović in this one too.
Yeah, I think Hrgović will win, but
yeah,
I hope he's taking Daniel Dubois seriously, because I know Daniel Dubois is taking this seriously. And he's got new lease of life, Daniel Dubois.
Yeah.
And he's looking to just prove everyone wrong, because he's got a lot of doubters now. Before he had the support of everyone. Everyone's expecting him to do big things. And that kind of been taken away from him with 2 of his defeats. So now I think he's ready. He's just ready.
He's just ready. He's going to put him to sleep.
He's going to put him to sleep. Nah, I don't think he's going to do that, but he could. He legit could. If Hrgović isn't focused, he could. But I expect Hrgović to handle business. Maybe he'll stop. Maybe he'll stop the bar.
Hey, I watched the face-off. Hrgović is very rude. The way he drew him out at the end with the sparring, Flowz, very, very rude. Very, very rude. Daniel, I can't lie, Daniel got rattled. He got vexed.
We've seen Hrgović give all these man hell in sparring.
Yes. He's the real deal, man. Hrgović is the real deal. So, yeah, man. But this, Flowz, I think it's going to be a cracking fight. Potential fight of the night, Flowz. Cracking fight, I think. Yeah. This fight. Oh, yeah. So, but they're all cracking fights. Let's be real, Flowz. All cracking fights. The Hamza Ammo is a cracking fight. Ball Ford is a cracking fight. Bro, all cracking fights.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've got 2 apiece, Flowz, and this is the decider for me, Flowz. Zhilei Zhang, Deontay Wilder. This one, Flowz, actually took a lot of deliberation, funny enough. But in the end, Flowz, I said, there's no way in hell I'm backing Deontay Wilder. I haven't learned my lesson, Flowz. All my life, I used to back the opponent over Wilder, and the opponent would be outboxing him up until then Wilder lands that big shot. I'll be like, fair enough. I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll do it again. Only time I actually backed Deontay Wilder, I think, was against Joe Parker. I think.
Yeah.
And you saw what he did. But funny enough, Flowz, so yes, I'm backing today's angle on this one. Funny enough, Flowz, this is actually a very, very winnable fight for Deontay Wilder.
Yes.
Because Zhang, as we said, is only going to be dangerous for 6 rounds. 4 rounds, actually. Not even 6, 4 rounds. Zhang is going to be difficult to deal with. And we know Wilder, Flowz, actually, despite his skinny, awkward frame, he's very hard to knock out. He's very, very hard to knock out. So all Wilder has to do, Flowz, is navigate those 4 rounds. And then take this guy into the 6th, 7th round. If he lands that shot, we know that right hand Flowz, Zhang will go to sleep. Zhang will go to sleep. Obviously, easier said than done, Flowz, because we know he's going to navigate those 4 rounds of hell from Zhilei Zhang. Yeah. And Zhang in his own right hits very hard. If Tyson Fury is able to drop Wilder and put him to whatever, Zhang definitely can do that as well, because Zhang can crack, as we know. But yeah, Flowz, I'm going to go with Zhilei Zhang, man. I think Zhang is going to retire Deontay Wilder for us. Happy days. Do your thing, Zhilei Zhang. I'm going to enjoy it. You know me, Flowz. I'm picking anyone versus Wilder, so that's why I'm picking. I'm picking Zhang for this one, man. Look, this one is not even educated. This is just me doing agenda. I can't even lie. This is
okay. I'm gonna be a bit educated here. Or say the obvious at least, which you've kind of alluded to. Zhilei Zhang is going to be dominated. At least up until 6 rounds, he's going to be. Yeah, he's going to be dominated. Actually, for as long as the fight lasts, because Wilder can come out there and land something huge that round 1.
Yeah,
but Zhang's the better boxer.
Yep.
And I think Zhang will be piecing him up. But Wilder's showing that crazy powers of recovery. Or just
not crazy, not recovery, Flowz, just hearts.
Yeah,
heart to survive.
Yeah, just a heart to survive. He doesn't go down easily. When he does go down, he gets up, keeps fighting. He really goes out on his shield to say that. And that power's always there in his right hand, and it can detonate at any point in those 12 rounds. And Zhang's he's not a great mover. He's not going to be moving around the ring. It's not going to be difficult to hit.
Yeah,
he's not going to be hard to hit. But I think his fundamentals are better than Wilder's. Wilder's fundamentals are poor. And I'm hoping. I didn't even say I'm hoping, but I think Zhilei Zhang should be going for the knockout. I think he really should be, because he doesn't want to risk getting tired and getting into those late rounds.
Where he's a sitting duck for the right hand.
Yeah. That way he's already poor stamina is faded. He's already poor movements fading. Because he could be in big trouble.
This fight could be hilarious. this fight could be so funny.
Yeah, this fight could. Yeah, but I'll back Zhilei Zhang. I think he does it. I'm hoping he gets a few knockdowns in there as well. So we'll see.
Okay, fair. So that's what makes it 3-2 for you for Matchroom. It's the Ford V. That's the decider between us two. It's the Ford. Yeah. Which again, it's crazy hard to call the Ford Ball fight, but cool. Overall, though, Flowz, it's a cracking card, right?
Yeah.
Competitive fight. It's so funny because when we initially did our own personal version of it, we were there thinking, oh, Matchroom could smoke Queensberry, but it was wrong. Queensberry, they got the fighters to compete. Maybe not overall, but for this format, Flowz, amazing. And we saw what they even did, like a little league. A win is 1 point. A win by KO is 2 points.
Yeah.
Captains double the points. So if a captain wins by KO, that's 4 points there. So it's brilliant, Flowz. It's brilliant. And we need to see more of this. I need to see they do a part 2. Bring other promoters involved as well. Matchroom versus Golden Boy. You know what I mean? Let's do this more. It promotes cross collaboration between the promoters and whatnot. It gets the good fights we want to see. We want to see people fighting each other. If we can somehow get Al Heyman and Co. If we can somehow get Al Heyman and Co. Flowz, we're laughing. Probably not, but if we could somehow, that'd be amazing. So yeah, man, real competitive matchup is what we want to see. I am all the way for it, Flowz. I need to see more of this. Simple as. Well done. Thanks to His Excellency again for saving my sport.
And look, listeners, we could have a stinker. We could go over 5.
Yeah, we could be completely wrong, Flowz.
We can legit be over 5. There could be draws. There could be we could just get it completely wrong.
Yeah,
but that just shows how close these fights are. These are legit
facts.
50-50s.
Yeah,
great,
facts. Man. Absolutely great, man. So super happy, man. But yeah, I know these lot are taking it seriously though. Flowz. Frank and Eddie genuinely want to win. They're very competitive, so they will love to get one over their rival. So that's what makes it even better as well. That's why I know they've had genuine thought and planning into this, and hopefully this gets other boxers involved, man. We get a part 2, a part 3, a part 4, because there's more fights to be made. Other promoters can join in as well. Boxer get involved. Golden Boy, like I said, Wasserman already in Saudi as well. So let's get it cracking, man. Let's get it cracking. But yeah, I'm thoroughly looking forward to this Saturday, Flowz. And yeah, Bivol should then do what he needs to do, and we get the Pretoria fight later on. But yeah, hard to call, man. Hard to call overall, Flowz. Very, very hard to call. But yeah, I'm locked in. 3-2 Queensberry, 3-2 Matchroom. Let's have a good night, man. Let's have a good one. But Flowz, I think we can call it a day there.
Yep.
Not much else I want to discuss, really. I don't know if you have anything else you want to touch on as well, briefly.
Did we talk about what's his name?
Oh yeah, Ryan Garcia tested positive. Yeah, his B sample tested positive.
His B sample came back positive. Yeah. Anything you want to say on that, or
he's an idiot? Same thing I said when A sample tested positive. He's an idiot. He's ruined it for himself. Devin Haney has caught. I've never seen someone catch life like this ever in boxing. Flowz. No, Flowz. He has caught life. Flowz, this is crazy how he's caught life with this. Because the likelihood now is that result is going to be annual. It's either going to be DQ'd or ruled as a no contest. They've already submitted the appeal for it, Flowz, haven't they? They've already filed that. So, yeah, Flowz, Mr. Haney has caught life. If that's what happens, because that L will be struck from his record. Obviously, it's not going to be erased from our minds. Yeah, it's so fun because in the comments of every Devin Haney post, they're saying Ryan killed you, Ryan. People are still going at him, but officially, Flowz, that means he's undefeated again. Yeah. So he gets a second bite at the cherry. They can do a rematch. Maybe not now. Maybe later down the line. If Ryan Garcia is still serious about boxing, I saw he's attempted. Do you see his tweets and stuff? I'm not paying any attention to it. I didn't see his tweets, but I saw his legal team posted something about they've done independent hair sample tests and whatnot, and they come back clean. And but he's providing no evidence of anything. It's just a statement they put out. So yeah, it means nothing to me. So yeah, it's damning, and we'll see the outcome. We'll see the outcome. There's still more to be revealed, Flowz. But my first inclination, Flowz, is Ryan Garcia, you're a very silly boy. If this is what's happened, very, very silly. And you've kind of taken away from a monumental moment for you. We'll sing your praises. Even if you came out overweight, the performance was electric. So, yeah, very, very stupid. I don't know what he's going to do with his career, Flowz, but yeah, very, very silly. And let's just be clean, man. let's avoid any of this, man. Just be clean. But yeah, it is what it is. This is episode 197 of SZN Podcast. I've been your boy Kam. I've been your boy Flowz. And guys, you know where to find us. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.